ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नित्यानंद नमस्तुभ्यं प्रेमानंद प्रदायिने कलौ कल्मषनाशाय जानवापतये नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतुषे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we welcome everyone for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So yesterday we discussed from Bhagavad Gita second chapter verse number 31. Yadrishya स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष न विकम्पितुमर्हसि धर्माद्धि युद्धयाश्रयोन्य क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते. Considering your specific duty as a kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on religious principles, and so there is no need for hesitation. So Krishna is telling Arjuna that even if you consider yourself to be this material body, so this your body belongs to a kshatriya family, so then you should fight for religious principle without hesitation. And if you do so, execute even your material dharma, so what will be the gain? Now in today's verse, Krishna is explaining. Yadrichaya chopapannam swargadwaram apavritam sukhina kshatriya partha labhante yuddham idrisham. O Partha, happy are the kshatriyas to whom such fighting opportunities come unsought, opening for them the doors of heavenly planets. So yadrichaya cha upapannam swargadwaram apavritam. Yadrichya means by its own accord. Uh, so Krishna is telling that you are very fortunate. Not all the kshatriyas get this opportunity to fight for religious cause. Uh, it happens many times when somebody joins army. Uh, so not even a single time they get the opportunity to fight in the battle. So generally in this nowadays, if a army man, if they don't get real opportunity to fight in battle where there is risk for death, so they think very nice job. We are saved. Uh, if somebody is engaged in the border, so that is very risky. Anytime the war can be there and he may lose his life. But earlier the Kshatriyas, when it's used to happen, if they used to get the fighting opportunity for protecting dharma, that too, if they get it without endeavor, by its own accord, yadrichaya, they used to become very happy. Wow, very nice. Now we will fight for the protection of dharma, and if we win, then also very nice. And if we lose the battle, if we die, then also very nice, because then we'll be promoted to Swarga, heavenly planets. Uh, so the lesson, very important lesson is when somebody dedicates himself in the matter of executing dharma, if one is on the path of following dharma strictly, so even if he loses, he is actually a winner. What to speak of if he wins, then he wins everything. And especially, this is regarding, just imagine, this is regarding this material dharma, bhautik dharma. Even if somebody who is trying to execute his material dharma also, just like Arjuna is Kshatriya here. So as a Kshatriya also, if Arjuna thinks that, okay, I should fight in this battlefield. So as a matter of Kshatriya, as a matter of duty, that this is my material dharma, I should fight. So even in that condition, while trying to execute his material dharma, bhautik dharma, if somebody fails in his attempt, but he is attempting, he is putting his endeavor. But if he, even if he fails to win while executing his material dharma, then also he is getting the good result. That is what Krishna is telling. Even if you are killed in this battlefield, because you are executing this material dharma of Kshatriya, so you will be promoted to Swarga. What if somebody wins? Then he will win the kingdom in this earthly planet, and after death, he will go to Swarga. Both. So then we can just imagine if somebody who dedicates himself for executing spiritual dharma, spiritual duties, that is Krishna consciousness. So if somebody uh, dedicates himself for executing the duty of spiritual life, Krishna consciousness, leaving aside all other things, sacrificing everything. But even if he fails to complete it, then also he will get a spiritual benefit. Just like if somebody is executing material dharma, but if he fails to complete it, then also he gets benefit, but material benefit. He will be promoted to heavenly planets. But if somebody completes this fails even executing spiritual dharma, then also he gets spiritual benefit. That means in the next birth he will get the opportunity to take birth as a pure Vaishnava, and from there he will complete duty his duty and go back home, back to Godhead. So this is so encouraging. That's why yadrichaya chopapannam swargadwaram apavritam. By its own accord, if one can get the opportunity to follow the path of dharma, that is the greatest good fortune a human being can have. Especially those who have taken birth in the holy land of Bharatvarsha. So they are very, very fortunate. And even in that, if somebody can get the association of proper devotees, so they are most more fortunate. And if somebody can accept the devotional atmosphere, Krishna consciousness, so he's most fortunate. Uh, the Srila Prabhupada explains about this in one of the lecture, and he was very grave, because thinking about the unfortunate situation of somebody, Srila Prabhupada in very grave mood, he tells, those who come in this Krishna consciousness, those who join this Krishna consciousness movement, they are very, very fortunate, most fortunate. And those who do not accept this Krishna consciousness movement, they are very, very unfortunate. But those who join Krishna consciousness movement, and because of the influence of Maya, if he leaves this Krishna consciousness movement, he is most unfortunate. Prabhupada says that. Uh, Those who cannot accept this Krishna consciousness movement, they are very, very unfortunate. But those who accepted it, understood it, after living in the association of devotees, but because of being unable to control their mind and senses, they again go back to the activities of Maya and leave this Krishna consciousness movement. They are most unfortunate, because then they will have to again rotate in the cycle of 84 lakhs species. 84 lakhs species means then next many millions and millions of years, he will not get the opportunity again to become Krishna conscious. It's so dangerous. So, because the golden opportunity has been given to us, if we do not utilize it, then the punishment is that for many millions and millions of birth, one will just go on rotating in the cycle of birth and death. No more opportunity. This moment will go away. Finish. That's why one should be very careful and use his intelligence, not be carried away by the desires, impetus given by the mind. At least one should develop some intelligence. And what is that some intelligence? That little intelligence is required, that's all. Okay, agreed. You are spiritually weak, your mind and senses are uncontrolled, you cannot control your anarthas, all agreed. But still, little intelligence is required. What is that little intelligence? You should understand in what situation, in which association I can be protected, and in what condition, what situation I can fall down. At least this much we should understand, this much intelligence we should have. And then, in order to protect us, we should accept those situations, those association, those activities which are favorable for becoming fully Krishna conscious. And we should strictly give up, reject all those situations, associations, activities, objects, people, though who may become unfavorable for our spiritual advance. So this little intelligence, if somebody has, he can get protection and progress in Krishna consciousness. So this is the important lesson. Yadrichaya cha upapannam swarga dwaram apavritam. Yadrichaya. With great good fortune, we got it. Just we got it. Because we did not go and search out some devotee. Uh, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? We were always searching after Maya. Where is Maya? Maya Suma. But devotees, being very merciful, they came to us and gave us Bhagavad Gita, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and introduced us to this Krishna consciousness movement. So that means we were actually not supposed to be a devotee, but by the mercy of pure devotees, acharyas in our parampara, because they desired for us, that's why we are getting the opportunity. This is the only reason we should understand. We have no previous qualification. That's why when one disciple asked Prabhupada what qualification we got, because by which we are becoming Krishna conscious devotee, Prabhupada said no qualification. I made your qualification. And how Prabhupada made their qualification? Prabhupada made their qualification by intensely praying to Krishna, my dear Krishna, by your desire, these living entities are influenced by modes of passion and ignorance and suffering in this material world. So you may kindly desire to relieve them from this Maya. So when Prabhupada landed in this Boston, USA, so there he wrote this Markan Bhagavad Dharma, very nice poem. So in that poem, Prabhupada expresses his heart to Supreme Lord Krishna and he prays to Krishna. He was crying and he was praying to Krishna. He prayed to Krishna that, my dear Krishna, please, please, you deliver them. That's why hearing the intense prayer of a pure devotee, Lord Krishna became merciful and created the opportunity for all of us to become Krishna. So this is about Western devotees. Western devotees, they got delivered because Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Thakur Prabhupada, he desired that this teaching of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should be preached in Western countries. So in order to fulfill the desire of his spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada went and did this. So how we are getting delivered? Because Srila Prabhupada, in turn, then he desired that those Indians, they should also get delivered. So he came back. After 3-4 years, he came back to establish ISKCON movement in India as well. Otherwise, this is extra service done by Srila Prabhupada. Otherwise, Srila Bhakti Thakur instructed him to preach in Western countries. But Srila Prabhupada did extra job for us. So we are very, very grateful. We are in debt. We are in debt. We have debt for Srila Prabhupada. But if we do not practice it, accept it, and do not take it seriously, then instead of becoming grateful, we become grateful. And if we become grateful, or as in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks fools and rascals, then finish. Then this golden opportunity is lost. So we should not neglect it. Yadrichya chopapannam swargadwaram apavritam. So by great mercy, we got it, which can open the door for not just Swarga. Swarga actually means Vaikuntha. The real Swarga is Vaikuntha. this Swarga where Indra, Chandra, Varuna, and all demigods they reside. This is imitation Swarga, imitation Swarga. So for a devotee, Swarga Dwaram Apavritam means the doors for Vaikuntha planets is opened. So Kshatriya, so Sukhina Kshatriya Partha Labhante Yudham Indesha. So Krishna instructing Arjuna that by good fortune you are getting this opportunity without endeavoring. You are getting this Dharma Yuddha. So you should do this. Kshatriya family, royal members of the Kshatriya dynasty, they become very happy to get such opportunities. Although there is so much risk uh, for death also, but still they do not hesitate. They just go away, go out, and they fight. Either they will come victorious or they are ready to uh, die in the battlefield. Because in both the cases, they know they are going to get promoted to heavenly planets. So, as supreme teacher of the world, Lord Krishna condemns the attitude of Arjuna, who said, I do not find any good in this fighting. Arjuna said in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna says like this, that I do not see any good. Nacha sreyo anupasyami hatva swajanamahave. My dear Krishna, I do not see any good. Nacha sreyo anupasyami. I do not see any good uh, in uh, in fighting in this battlefield, killing my own relatives and friends. There is no benefit. So Krishna is condemning this attitude of Arjuna here, because Krishna is clearly telling that Arjuna, your vision is improper. You have cataract. Clear it. This fighting, you are saying not just Shreyo Anupasyami, but actually this fighting is good for you. Sukhina Kshatriya Partha, Swarga Dwaram Apaviritam. Arjuna said, I do not find any good in this fighting. It will cause perpetual habitation in hell. Such statements by Arjuna were due to ignorance only, because he did not know the real dharma of a Kshatriya, the real dharma of the spirit soul. Forget about understanding the real dharma of the spirit soul. Arjuna even he became ignorant about the real dharma of a Kshatriya at material level also. So these statements by Arjuna were due only to ignorance. He wanted to become non-violent in the discharge of his specific duty. For a Kshatriya to be on the battlefield and to become non-violent is the philosophy of fools. If a Kshatriya in the battlefield, Dharma Yuddha, if he speaks the philosophy of non-violence, that is the philosophy of fools. Krishna never accepted this. Krishna clearly condemned this. But there were many fools after Arjuna who followed in the footsteps of Arjuna of Dehatma Buddhi, and they also tried very well to promote non-violence from Bhagavad Gita. The non-violence which was condemned by the Supreme Lord, the same non-violence philosophy, they tried, some of the philosophers, so-called philosophers, they tried to prove it. Similarly, there are other fools also, just like this non-violence by Arjuna is condemned by Krishna. So Krishna condemned the material attachments. Krishna condemned in the Bhagavad Gita, throughout Bhagavad Gita, Krishna condemns material fruitive activities. But there are fools who teach that the essence of Bhagavad Gita is karma hi puja hai. Just see. So this is another foolishness. Those who think that performing material activities very honestly, that is the essence or teaching of Bhagavad Gita. So they have never understood even a single word of Bhagavad Gita. Because this is not the teaching of Bhagavad Gita. To get completely implicated in performance of material duties, material dharma, material activities only. No. Because even if you very honestly, very nicely perform material activities, material dharma, what you will get? You will only get some punya, pious credit. And because of which you will have to again come back to this material world to enjoy those pious activities. So what kind of this dharma is? Bhagavad Gita doesn't teach like this. Bhagavad Gita teaches one how to become free from the cycle of birth and death. Or in order to become free from the cycle of birth and death, one has to become free from pious and impious, both kinds of activities. And one has to transcend and perform completely spiritual activities in Krishna consciousness. We are not saying that no activity. No activity, that is another foolishness. So in each and every level, Krishna is condemning. First of all, he condemns, Bhagavad Gita condemns sinful activities, no doubt about it. Bhagavad Gita then condemns pious activities also, because that also causes one to again come back to this material world. And beyond these two things, there are some philosophers who, because of ignorance, they try to become inactive. So Krishna condemns that also. No, inactivity also is not recommended. In order to become free from the cycle of birth and death, neither sinful activity nor pious activity nor inactivity help you. But you have to perform spiritual activities, transcendental activities. So spiritual activities or transcendental activities means activities performed in Krishna consciousness. The same activity one may be performing, but if he performs in Krishna consciousness, then it is called spiritual activities free from all bad and good karma. Then one becomes free from the cycle of birth and death. So he wanted to become non-violent in the discharge of his specific duty. Who? Arjuna. So Arjuna wanted to become non-violent. The so-called non-violence philosophy was speaking, but Krishna is condemning him. But for a Kshatriya, to be on the battlefield and to become non-violent is the philosophy of fools. In the Parasar Smriti, or religious quotes made by Parasar, the great sage and father of Vyasadeva, it is stated. What is that? Kshatriyo hi prajarakshan sastrapani pradandayan nirjitya parasainyadi shitim dharmena palayet. The Kshatriya's duty is to protect the citizens from all kinds of difficulties, and for that reason, he has to apply violence in suitable cases for law and order. This is mentioned in Parasar Smriti. The Kshatriya has to apply violence. The Kshatriya cannot remain non-violent. That is not applied for a Kshatriya. Brahmana has to become non-violent. A Brahmana and a sannyasi, they are supposed to be non-violent, but Kshatriyas cannot become non-violent. So therefore, he has to conquer the soldiers of inimical kings, and thus, with religious principles, he should rule over the world. So Krishna is encouraging Arjuna that you have to kill inimical kings. Oh, those kings who are destroying the path of religion. So you have to kill them and rule the world based on religious principles. So considering all aspects, Arjuna had no reason to refrain from fighting. If he should conquer his enemies, he would enjoy the kingdom. And if he should die in the battle, he would be elevated to the heavenly planets, whose doors were wide open to him. Fighting would be for his benefit in either case. That's what Krishna is recommending. Arjuna, you should not at all refrain from fighting. If you conquer your enemies, kill them, you will enjoy this kingdom. Or even if you die, you will be promoted to heavenly planets. Similarly, when we are on the path of executing our Krishna conscious duty, it's like fighting with Maya. So we should never give up. We should fight. And if we are killed, no problem. Krishna will give nice, suitable body so that next birth we can execute very nicely Krishna conscious business. Or if we win, then we enjoy the opulence of pure devotional service. The opulence of pure devotional service is far, far superior than the third class opulence of this material world. To those who are intelligent, they try their best to get rid of all material attachments, all material desires, and fight vigorously with Maya to become free, to make themselves free from material bondage. And the best way to fight with Maya is we have HK108 with us. Take this and just start with Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So with this weapon in your hand, HK108, you can kill all the enemies, agents of Maya. Understood? But if you become frustrated and give up this weapon and just surrender unto Maya, then everything is finished. We have to surrender unto Krishna, not Maya. Surrendering unto Krishna means remaining in the association of devotees, we chant Hare Krishna. And if this rascal mind gives us some impetus, some nasty desires that you do this, then you should, what you should do? You should simply chant Hare Krishna and kill the material desires within the mind. And it can be done. Material desires which appear in the mind, it may be very powerful in the beginning, but if one seriously takes shelter of Krishna's holy name, then it will not remain powerful. It will just immediately vanquished. Just try it. One. You should try it. You should have faith. The only lacking in us is lack of faith. If we don't have faith, then no, nothing doing, nothing will happen. So we should have faith. Otherwise, the process is very simple. You just take out your bead and chant. What is the difficulty? Is there any difficulty? You simply chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Till the time mind disturbs you, you go on chant. Just like somebody is in disease condition, till the time he is in disease condition, he should remain in the hospital. Remain there admitted. Let the doctor treat your body. As soon as you become healthy, then you will naturally chant Hare Krishna. If you are unhealthy in disease condition of life, then you should chant as a matter of taking medicine. And how long you should continue to take medicine? Till the time you are recovered. So till the time you are recovered, you should continue to take the medicine. And after when you have recovered, so you can just distribute the medicine. कहाँ गया मेडिसिन? मेरा मेडिसिन है, अभी मैं क्योर हो गया, तो पिछले क्लास में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया था, अभी दो टेबलेट और बचा है, ये आपके लिए, ये आपके लिए. But chanting Hare Krishna means, so when you are in disease condition of life, when you are in Maya, so this Hare Krishna mantra is like medicine. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So chant, taking it as a medicine. And when you are cured, so you will naturally feel affection for Krishna. You will never give up chanting Hare Krishna. You will continue 24 hours. Then the chanting of Hare Krishna, Harinam will become Amrit, nectar. In disease condition of life, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the medicine, which we should strictly take. Just like when I was in disease condition, so I was strictly taking the medicine. Akash knows that. I was drinking the milk also, because doctor said you have to drink milk. I said, is there any alternative? No, you have to drink milk. And he said, you have to drink milk with Bonvita. I said, is there any other option? He said, no. But although I did not take Bonvita, but I took milk. Half instruction I followed because Bonvita contains intoxicant. So I did not take. But the point is, we have to take medicine properly. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. When you feel disease, just take this medicine always. Whenever you feel disturbed, just keep chanting. Who is stopping? Maya cannot stop. This is nonsense. This is excuse. Nobody can stop. You have hand, take beats. You have tongue, chant Hare Krishna. You have ear, hear. Who can stop? माइंड कैसे स्टॉप है? माइंड आके आपको पकड़ता है क्या? माला छुड़ा लेता है हाथ से? थॉट्स जाने दीजिए ना, वो बैठ क्यों जाते? यू शुड नो योर बिजनेस, व्हाट आई एम सपोज्ड. आप सड़क में, तो वही बात हो गई कि आप यहाँ से निकले बेस से, मार्केट में जाने कुछ खरीदने के लिए, सड़क में कुछ तमाशा चल रहा, तो देखते बैठ गए. फिर वहां से फोन आया, प्रभु सब्जी लाए क्या? 2 घंटे बाद फोन आया, 2 घंटे से आप गए थे, सब्जी लेने गए हो या सब्जी उगाने गए? बोले क्या करूं प्रभु, मैं रास्ते में जा रहा था, एक तमाशा चल रहा था, तमाशा देखने बैठ गया। अरे प्रभु, तो आप तमाशा देखने बैठ गए, आपको अपना बिजनेस पता होना चाहिए ना, आप किसके लिए भेजा था, आपको सब्जी लेने के लिए भेजा था। समझ पा रहे हैं ना? तो ऐसा अगर कोई करेगा तो उसको क्या बोलेंगे? मूर्ख ही बोलेंगे ना, अरे कैसा मूर्ख है तुम। हाँ, सब्जी लेने भेजा था तो तुम तमाशा देखने बैठ गए, सब्जी लेके आओ ना। ऐसा कोई होता है डिस्ट्रैक्ट? नहीं होता ना। So that's why we should be clear about our business. Our business is chant Hare Krishna. So माइंड अगर इधर उधर बहुत कर रहा है, ये करना है वो करना है, माइंड विचार में इतना डुबा देता है कि, ये सही बोल रहे हैं वैसे, मैं भी देखा हूँ ऐसे भक्तों को, माला लेके ऐसे बस माला लेके बैठे रहते हैं, सोचते रहते हैं कुछ, अरे कहाँ खो गए प्रभु, हरे कृष्णा जप करो। तब उनको होश आता है। यानी माइंड इतना भी लेके चला जाता है, लेकिन नहीं लेके जा सकता माइंड, बिकॉज वी आर वीक, वी हैव नो क्लियर कट टेस्ट लक्ष्य गोल। हाँ, इच्छा शक्ति डेवलप्स व्हेन वी हैव गोल, फिक्स गोल। तो फिक्स गोल नहीं है। इफ यू फिक्स योर गोल दैट आई जस्ट वांट टू अटेन शेल्टर ऑफ कृष्णा's लोटस फीट, नथिंग डूइंग, आई डोंट वांट एनीथिंग ऑफ दिस मटेरियल। हाँ, श्रीधर बोले प्रभु मोहि किछु ही न चाह। इसको ध्यान से रट लेने का। और ये इसको याद करके, श्रीधर बोले प्रभु मोहि किछु ही न चाह मीन्स, माय डियर लॉर्ड आई डू नॉट वांट एनीथिंग। एंड देन द सेकंड वर्स, अहम दरिष्यामि दुरंत पारम तमो मुकुंदांग्रि निस्सेवयैव। I shall deliver myself from the influence of this rascal mind by taking firm shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. But in order to do this, one requires little guts. Guts, guts. Some strength is required. Some spiritual strength is required. And that spiritual strength comes by in the association of devotees. Otherwise, you cannot do this. Not possible. Na Baba, na. Not possible. Understood? Okay. We'll stop here. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
If you have any question, you can ask. First, we will take questions from online devotees and then offline devotees. Yes, anyone in online devotees, you have any questions?